Hi guys, good morning. Welcome to Unacademy CAT Live Daily. Today I am here with another lesson on critical reasoning, guys. Critical reasoning flaws karna hai aaj. So I hope you're all ready. Yes, all my students who are with me every day in the morning, guys. Hope you are all ready with today's class. Yes, so let me go into the formalities. My name is Harpreet Kaur. I've done my master's in English literature. I have 16 years of teaching experience. I've trained students for exams like the CAT, MAT, SAT, SNAP, PGCET, Banking, GRE, GMAT, SAT, ACT, and TOEFL also, guys. Yes, I have done a diploma in journalism and I also like to create a lot of content. I'm a freelance writer. I have written for many magazines and newspapers also. Today, I'm an educator with hashtag Cat Live Daily and I train for the CAT examination. Yes, guys, good morning, Hatim. Good morning, Shaurya, Sakshi, Prasanna, Anchal, Vatsal. How are you guys? How are you doing this morning? Yes, so I'm just going to go into what is the agenda for today. Aaj karna hai critical reasoning ka question. This is one question which is asking you to find a flaw in the argument. We have to find a flaw in the argument. So after I finish with the formalities, guys, I will go into explaining what is an argument and how do you do flaws. Okay. Yes, so download the Telegram channel, go to livedaily.me/chat and join the Telegram chat. Okay. Yes. So on this particular platform on the Telegram channel, guys, it's easy to communicate, and also we give you notifications on when the classes are happening, what is going to be the topic of the day, right? So please join the Telegram channel and join the URL livedaily.me/chat. The CAT subscription is the best in the industry, guys. It is just 1,458 for 12 months, 875 for 24 months. So please go for a minimum of 12 months to get the best benefit out of Unacademy, or a 24 months, guys. This is also something which is very pocket friendly. It is just 875 a month, which is so reasonable, guys. Yes, if you use my code CORE10, you will get a further 10% discount, and that is a huge discount, guys, because it really means another month or two of free study because of the 10% discount, right? Yes, so आज क्या करना है? हमको critical reasoning करना है and flaws in critical reasoning. Now, guys, before I go into the questions, I want you to know what is critical reasoning. Critical reasoning is a subject which helps you to think logically. It helps you to analyze. It helps you to evaluate. So you are giving an argument in any critical reasoning class. There will be what is known as an argument which is given to you, and this particular argument is the author's claim, opinion, idea, suggestion. So the author is giving you his claim, opinion, idea, and suggestion. Good morning, Saurabh. How are you? Yes. Now this will be followed by a question stem. So what are the kind of questions that you get in critical reasoning? We have already done, guys. I have done one video on basics. All those who have not attended any of the critical reasoning classes, guys, I have done one video on the basics of critical reasoning where I have told you what are the different types of questions and what is critical reasoning all about. Then secondly, what I have done is one video which is talking only about assumptions. Then there is one on conclusion come inference. Then the fourth kind of question that you will get is weakening what will weaken the author's argument, what will strengthen the argument. Right, guys? All these are aspects I have already covered in my videos. Right? Then I have done one video on paradox questions. What is the paradox in the argument and how do you approach this kind of a question is also what I have done in my video on critical reasoning. And today I am doing what is known as flaws. So you have to say what is wrong with the argument. So in any critical reasoning class, you will have a paragraph followed by a question stem and there will be options A, B, C, D, maybe even E. There will be options. So you have to read the question and answer what is asked. It is not the same approach to every argument. For every argument, the approach is different. You have to answer what is being asked of you. जो भी पूछा जा रहा है, that approach has to change from question to question. So that is why it's important to first understand how do I answer this question? What is the meaning of assumption? How is it different from conclusion? How do I approach questions on weakening and strengthening? How do I approach a paradox? How is a paradox different in reading comprehension? And how is it different in critical reasoning? And what do I mean by a flaw? Right? Yes. Now, before I go on to the lesson, I also want to discuss what are the different kinds of flaws that you find in an argument. So, the first flaw that you find in an argument is what is known as sweeping generalization. A sweeping generalization is a flaw in a situation where the author is saying that there is one particular school called Timpani School and the school is not doing well, so we can just sack the principal of the school, right? That is one way of looking at sweeping generalization. Secondly, there is also a situation where you say that because most women in Karnataka are highly educated, all women in India are highly educated. So you cannot paint the entire country with the same brush. So that is known as a sweeping generalization. Then you have what is known as non sequitur. Non sequitur are arguments where the causes don't flow into the effects. So this is non sequitur is a word, it's a foreign word which means not having a sequence, right? Yes. Oh, thank you, Charu. I'm so happy that you are able to solve parajumbles now. Yes, so non sequitur is another flaw that you will find where the cause and effect has been jumbled. Normally, the causes have to flow into the effects, but if it's given, effects are given and effects are flowing into the causes, then it is not causing a sequence. So this is known as the second kind of a flaw. The third kind of a flaw that you come across is also known as red herring. Now, red herring is a flaw where if the author is talking about a situation, red herring was a kind of a fish which was made to cross the path of a wolf in order to take him away from his prey, right? So if there is a situation where the argument starts somewhere and ends somewhere far removed from where it started off. So if I'm talking about myself, then I say I go to a doctor and the doctor seems to do an analysis, but his analysis is really not great. I don't know from which university he studies, what is the medical association doing, how are they hiring these kind of doctors, does he belong to the Neanderthal race? So I started with I and I ended with the Neanderthal race. So there is no link between the beginning and the end. Beginning and end are unconnected, right? So that is known as a red herring flaw. Yes, this is also important for students doing the GMAT and writing essays for the GMAT guys because they ask you flaws over there. Yes, and then you have what is known as circular arguments. Circular arguments are arguments where the author starts and ends where he starts off. So those are known as circular arguments. Then you have flaws which are known as ad hominem. Ad hominem means human being. So if the argument is directed at a particular human being, if I say, correct, Arvind, the end is not the beginning. Ad hominem is when I'm not addressing the logic of the argument, but I'm addressing the person who is the author himself, then it is directed against the human being and not the logic, right? Then I can have what is known as tainted results or tainted data, you can say, or statistics. Now, if I say that if I'm going to say the entire class has got 100% marks, but I'm not telling you, or has got 60% results this year, but I'm not telling you how many students are there. So I have to give you a complete picture. So if the results or data are faulty, they are faulty and not giving you a complete picture, then also this is known as tainted data or results. Another flaw can be in a situation where the author is being very subjective. Now, it is his opinion on a particular matter which he is trying to impose upon the reader, and therefore that is known as a subjective opinion. Now, these are the general kind of flaws, guys, that you find. These are the general flaws you find in critical reasoning, but you don't have to stick to these flaws. Okay, you don't have to stick to these flaws. You must only read the argument, analyze the argument, and try to understand what is wrong with this argument. Even the options will not say this is non sequitur, red herring, ad hominem. None of the options will say that. You just have to analyze it. So any flaw can be between these, can be among the 7 of these, or it can be something else completely which the author is coming up with. Right, guys? So understand that flaws can be of any kind. The best part about critical reasoning, guys, is that it is very, very analytical. Everything that you need to know in an argument is already there in front of you in the form of a passage. You have to simply analyze the passage and you have to understand what is the author saying here. What are the facts? So every argument will have facts leading to a conclusion. So you have to analyze what are the facts which are leading to the conclusion and how is the author constructing the passage, and therefore what is the logic of the passage, right? Yes. So these are different kinds of flaws. There may be many more. Books might suggest other kind of flaws also. But when you have an understanding of these flaws, for you to pick the flaw is going to be very, very easy. Your understanding of these is good, so therefore for you to pick the flaw will be very, very easy. Yeah, there is also a situation in sweeping generalization where you say, you know, the cricket team is not doing well, let us sack the principal, right? Yes, so these are 7 or 8 kind of flaws that you come across in critical reasoning. So let us go into the questions, guys, now and try to answer the questions, right? Yes, so the first one, let us understand the argument. So as I told you, every argument will have facts. That is what is known as the premise, and it will lead to a conclusion. So try to understand the logic of the argument and then pick the flaw. Wealthy business persons between the age of 40 and 60 purchase more high-end electronic gadgets and entertainment systems than do the members of any other demographic group. The popular belief that is college students and teenagers are inveterate meaning habitual users of such gadgets is therefore false. So these are the facts or the premise, and this is the conclusion that the author is arriving at. So do you see any flaw in the argument? So he's saying the people who are purchasing electronic gadgets and entertainment systems are in the age group of 40 and 60, but we popularly believe that it is the teenagers who are buying these gadgets. right? Yes. So what do you think is the answer here? It should be purchaser, guys. Purchaser with pick the flaw, guys. You're not expected to pick the assumption. Yeah, you have to change your approach. It depends on popular belief rather than actual findings is quite logical, right? You have to say what is wrong with the argument. Yes, you have to say what is wrong with the argument. C is actually telling you something else, right? Yes. Now all correct answers are coming. Achal, Purnima, yes. Agarwal, Sumit, Pranay, Harshit. Now I am getting all the correct answers, right? Yes, Mr. RJ. So maybe people who are buying it are wealthy businessmen, but it doesn't deny the fact that the users are still teenagers. That means the parents are doing the buying and the teenagers are the ones who are using it. So if you are arriving at this conclusion that it is not the teenagers are using it, but the 40 and 60-year-olds who are using it, then that is a flaw in the argument. Rugved, you didn't understand. Okay, let me explain to you. Argument is saying that people in the age group of 40 to 60 are wealthy businessmen and they are the ones who are buying all the electronic gadgets like phones and TVs and whatever gadgets, entertainment systems, home theaters, everything are in the range of 40 to 60 years. But the conclusion, the author is changing his idea and he is saying, we believe that it is the teenagers who use more, but the author believes it is the businessmen in the age group of 40 to 60 who are using the gadgets more. Right? Yes. So, what is the flaw in the argument is that it confuses the purchaser with the user. That is wrong with this particular flaw. People who are buying it are not using it. People who are buying it are definitely in the age group of 40 and 60, but the people who are using it are the teenagers. So the parents are buying it and the teenagers are using it. Get it, guys? Yes. Okay, so it has no information about purchasers in other economic strata. We don't have to look at other economic strata. That is not important to us. Other economic strata is not important. It does not indicate the quantities in which these items are purchased is also out of sync, does not bring out the flaw in the argument. So the only one which brings out the flaw, guys, is A. Abhinav, it's saying that it has no information about purchasers in other economic strata, is only asking you for data, but it's not bringing out the flaw. We have to answer the question is flaw. So why should we compare with other economic data? We have to remain within the scope of the argument. So this is outside the scope of the argument. Yes, it is outside the scope of the argument. Do you understand now? Rugved, did you understand the question? Yes, there is confusion between purchaser and user. So purchaser is the father, user is the child. So you cannot say that children or teenagers are not using it. It is the teenagers only who are still using it. They are the habitual users, not the elders, right? You got it, guys? Samajh aa gaya? Okay, so this is how you have to address questions on flaws. So I'm going to go to the next one and you have to give me a correct answer. Answer should be correct, guys. Yes, have you read the argument? Have you absorbed this one? So it is saying most of the reputed schools in the cities boast of a high teacher-student ratio, right? So now most of these international schools, of course, he's not mentioning international, so I won't go beyond the scope of the argument. Reputed schools have a high teacher-student ratio in the institutions, which according to them results in better attention paid to individual students, right? Hi, good morning, Anjali. How are you? Yes, hence it is advisable for parents of children who need personal attention to admit them in schools with large teacher strength. Don't look for true answers, guys. Give me correct answers. You have to say what is the flaw in the argument. Yes, what is the flaw in the argument? Guys, find the flaw in the argument. No, no. आंसर गलत आ रहे हैं सभी. No, guys, it is not E, it is not E, it is not D. Correct. Ankush and Pranay. Yes, Ankush and Pranay are the first ones to give me the correct answer. No, guys, it cannot be C. You are all looking for true answers. You have to give me correct answer. Give me the correct answer which points out the flaw. Now, the author in the conclusion is saying, if you are a parent, go for a school which has large teacher strength. So if there is a school which has 1,000 students and it has 200 teachers, go for this. But he's not giving you this data, right? He's only looking at large teacher strength. So you have to say what is wrong with the argument. So this conclusion is not complete. Therefore, the answer will be such schools have large teacher strength. So if you're only going to look at the teacher strength and you're not looking at the student strength, and I as a teacher already have like 100 students in my class, how am I going to give enough attention? Right? Therefore, the answer is B, guys. Yes, Mehak, it cannot be E. Strength of teachers or students is not an indicator of excellence, is not what he is talking about. This is out of scope. This is also out of scope. Difficult to secure admissions. Parents are often in a position to decide on the school. Not in a position is out of scope. Better education out of scope. Right? Did you understand, guys? Yes. So this is a not. If he had said, please admit your children in a school where the ratio of the teachers and students is good or healthy, then it will make sense. But here he is in the conclusion saying, go and look for a school which has large teacher strength. He's not telling you what is the ratio of teachers versus students. Are you able to understand? Yes, do you understand the flaw? Yes, so what is the use of only looking at teacher strength? There is no use, right? Yes, you also have to see per teacher how many students are there. Yes, give me a high five if you understood, guys. I am doing it slowly so that you absorb the ideas and know how to approach questions on flaws. Got it, Sakshi? Anchal? Yes, for all the 48 students, please like my videos and also subscribe to my videos. All those students who are joining the CAT examination 2021, please use my referral code COR10, guys. Yes. Okay. Okay, guys, going to the third question coming up on your screens. So what would I call this kind of a flaw? It will be called what is known as tainted results. Tainted results or data. So if you are only giving me one side of the picture and not the other, then it is a flaw. Similarly, let us look at what kind of flaw is this. This is also very similar to the previous one, guys, where we are talking about tainted results. No, guys, are we looking for a definition of a serious crime? We are looking for a flaw in the argument. What is wrong with this argument? It can't be C. Thank you, Aditya. Yes, there is no standard definition of a crime is not being suggested. Correct. So everyone is giving me the correct answer. Answer is C. Population of Madhya Pradesh is more than 30 times that of Goa. Right? So therefore this will be the answer. Again you will call this as tainted results or statistics being not complete. Tainted results or tainted data. This is the flaw. In order to win the award, officials in the Goan administration are using statistics to claim that their state has a lower crime rate and is safer of the two. But why is he not taking into? It's not giving you the complete picture. Madhya Pradesh is more than 30 times the size of Goa. So how can you compare Madhya Pradesh with Goa and how can you compare the crime rate of one with the other? Right? Yes, correct answer, Sakshi. Yes, D is saying Madhya Pradesh has a larger police force than Goa. This is not relevant, guys. He's not asking you for a definition of a serious crime. Last year, the number of crimes in Madhya Pradesh was less than 2005. Why should we look at last year? This is not relevant to our argument. He's not talking about last year. Is he talking about last year? No. Right? So most of you got the answer correct. We are not looking for a definition of a serious crime. We have to say what is wrong with the argument. Understand, guys, how to do flaw कैसे करना है. You have to check इसमें क्या है disconnect. What is the disconnect? You are you're assuming that this is what the author is saying, and you have to say that the author's assumption is flawed. Yes, you are making an assumption and saying that the author's assumption is a flawed assumption, Pranay. Yes. Every argument has facts leading to a conclusion, and an assumption is always stated. Sometimes the assumption is flawed, and that is what we are trying to pick. You understood? Yes, guys, all the 56 students watching me like my videos. It motivates me to do better and bring more and more new type of questions, guys, to you. Okay, I'm going to the fourth question, guys. Coming up on your screens is the question number 4. Understand it and tell me what is the answer. Mehak, in critical reasoning, there is only one correct answer. You cannot say if this option is not there, this is the answer. Cannot be. Yes. There is only one correct answer. This is out of scope, so it cannot be B. He is not asking you for a definition of a serious crime. So this cannot be the answer. There is only one correct answer in critical reasoning. Okay? And it's very clear. Critical reasoning is like mathematics. If you try to understand, it is very pure. 2 plus 2 is only 4. Cannot be 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? Yes. You understood, Mehak? Okay. Good morning, Milan. How are you today? Yes, guys, I want to make an announcement here since 58 of you are watching. Saturday, I'm going to do another mock test of the like that I did last Sunday. So see that you are able to keep yourself free. Saturday, Sunday, please keep yourself free. Yes. Yes, freshers channel. Yes, Abhinav Kumar, so easy, right? Others, but still people are giving wrong answers. Some are saying C, some are saying A. When you give a wrong answer, guys, it is obvious you're not understanding the question and what is expected of you. Same time, Pranay, 9:30 in the morning, YouTube पे. Yes, mock test करेंगे. No, guys, it cannot be A, the answer. Correct, Mehak. Yes. You have to point out the flaw. So, okay, it assumes that all corporate executives have cars is easy to eliminate. Power of elimination. Let us do the power of elimination. Right. It generalizes on the basis of scanty evidence. Where is the evidence? Where is the evidence? No evidence is given. So these two we will easily eliminate. Yes, I have to say what is the flaw in the argument. What is wrong with this argument? What is the argument is saying? It's a very absurd argument. Now today, if I go and buy a luxury sedan car and say, give me a 6-figure salary, will anybody give me? Yes, will anybody give me a 6-figure salary because I own a luxury sedan car? Can you tell me this, guys? This is what the author is suggesting here. आज मैं जाके एक बड़ी luxury गाड़ी खरीद के आ जाती हूँ and I will go and demand Unacademy give me 6-figure salary because I have a car. Does it make sense? No. Right. So what is wrong with the argument? Now this is what it is assuming. This is the assumption. It assumes that the type of car is an indicator of the earning potential, is an assumption that the author is arriving at, but this is an assumption which is flawed. So you have to say what is wrong with the argument. You have to tell me what is wrong with the argument. Yes, they will never give me, right? Correct. So that is why the answer is B. So this is an argument which is known as non sequitur. The effects are leading to the causes. It should be the causes should lead to the effects. You understand? So if I have a 6-figure salary, I can buy a sedan car. Not that I go and buy a sedan car and demand a 6-figure salary. Yes, that is the flaw. Correct. Arvind, that is a different idea. Whether they are interested in cars and bikes is a different idea which is beyond the scope of the passage. A is not the answer, Prem Singh, because A is the assumption. It is an assumption arrived at from the given argument, but it's a flawed argument. It's the flaw. We have to answer the question, what is wrong with the argument? Wrong is that luxury car is needed for a high-paying job. No, it is a high-paying job which will help you to buy a luxury car. Right? Job should lead to the car, not the car should lead to the job. You got it, guys? Yes, I want you to master flaw in today's class and understand how to pick the flaw. What do you mean by not familiar, Isha? All critical reasoning arguments are based on real life situations. So why are you saying that you're not understanding the statements or not familiar with? What does not familiar with mean? Not familiar with means you are not a well-read person, you're not reading enough. And guys, you must do at least 200 such questions on critical reasoning. Do 200 questions on critical reasoning. It will help you to answer questions on RC. It will sharpen your mind. And you will be able to max the RC only if you do 200 critical reasoning questions. Once you have done 200 such questions, guys, all the other questions will be a repetition of the first 200 questions. So the reasoning will be the same. Here only the name will be changed or the order will be changed, but the reasoning will be the same. Now this is saying it assumes that corporate executives have cars. That is not the conclusion he is arriving at, right? We have to look at the conclusion and we have to find the flaw in the conclusion. Yes, Milind, not opposite. You have to say what is wrong with the flaws. I started in the beginning by telling you what are the different kinds of flaws, right? So it's not that the opposite. You have to say what is wrong with the argument. Did you get me? Okay. No, Swagata, I was telling you in the beginning, they can ask you what is the assumption in the argument, what is the conclusion in the argument, what is the inference, what is the paradox, what is the parallel reasoning kind of questionings, weakening, strengthening. All these are questions that you get in critical reasoning. These are not the only questions you get. Yes, this is one of the questions you get in critical reasoning and it helps you to analyze the argument better. Okay, so please do at least 200 CR questions if you are doing any of the management exams, not only the CAT. Okay, yes, I'm going to go to the 5th question, guys, coming up on your screens. Yes, you didn't understand, right, Swagata? So I suggest, Swagata, that you take the Unacademy subscription. Use my code Kaur10 and join the Unacademy subscription. Correct, Shibu. You have to say what is the wrong assumption and why is it flawed. If we are confused around two options and we go for 70% mark, the other one, what do you mean? There is only one correct option, Arvind. You have to choose the correct option. In every question in the CAT examination, there will be two options which are close. You have to choose the best one. So don't tell yourself that 70% is okay. You have to mark all correct answers. Yes, Mukul. So what you need to do is, I have done videos on critical reasoning on all these questions. Yes. Yes, everyone giving me the correct answer. Yes, answer is B, guys. B is the answer, correct. Most of you are giving me the correct answer. So he's saying groundwater is depleting, landowners extract unlimited of water for agriculture. Government agency recently suggested technological solution to improve efficiency of irrigation through drip irrigation. The agency expects the subsidies will encourage them to switch to drip irrigation, therefore saving a lot of water for future use. Right? With subsidies available, farmers increase their irrigation area with no decrease in water extracted. So it's not helping the cause of water. The problem is groundwater is depleting. So if they are getting subsidies, you are giving them subsidies. This is not the right approach because they have increased their irrigation area and no water decrease in water is being extracted. Right? So therefore the answer will be B. This is talking about without understanding. This is not out of scope. Since new water cannot be created, this is again a new idea, right? Yes, any subsidy is utilized only by rich farmers. Now he is not making a comparison of rich farmers and poor farmers. So again, out of scope, right? So even if it seems easy, that is the only option. Why you are finding it easy? Because I've explained to you how to find the answer, guys. Yes, so you are getting clarity of thought. Your perception is getting sharper. Your understanding is better. That is why you picked B, not because it is easy, because your understanding is good. Yes, I be fine, guys. Did you understand? Can I go to the next question? Correct. Okay. Yes, guys. So last question coming up on your screens is question number 6. Now read this one. It is slightly long but not difficult. It is slightly long but not difficult. Yes, guys. So what is wrong with the patient's argument? Read this and understand it. Yes, last question, guys. Very good. Yes, guys, all those who are aiming for 100 percentile this year or next year, 100 percentile जिसको चाहिए, in fact 2020 or 2021, please join my classes. Go for the plus program, use HK10 or call 10 guys and join the Unacademy learning app. Yes. So I will teach you how to max the paper. Correct. Correct. Yes, everyone is giving me the correct answer. So by the sixth question, guys, you have mastered flaw. Abhi samajh aa gaya, right? Flaw. First question, you could not do it. By the sixth question, you have understood it, right? Yes. So this is the only one. So what is he trying to say is to consider the key difference between known risks and unknown risks. He's saying that this could be the reason that he would have understood the doctor's position. So therefore the answer is only E, and there is only one answer. You cannot mark any other. This is comparing natural side effects of synthetic melatonin to naturally produced melatonin. It cannot be the answer. It is possible that the physician does not believe. It's not that he does not believe. He believes what he is saying. Sleep disorders might lead to serious medical complications is talking about sleep disorders. It is not bringing out the flaw in the argument. The side effects of a medication can take some time to manifest themselves is again out of scope. Even if you eliminate options, guys, very easily, all of these are out of scope. This is saying known risk can be weighed against unknown risks, but unknown risk cannot be. So this is what he's trying to say in E. Correct. The side effect is unknown, Sakshi. You got the understanding? Correct, Sakshi. That is why we don't prescribe melatonin. Correct. So therefore the answer is E, guys. So are you happy with this class? Yes, did you understand flaw? Yes, so I would recommend, guys, that you go and watch all my videos on critical reasoning. I did one last week also. Yes, thank you, Shibu. I'm very happy. So if any of your sisters, cousins, brothers, and you, if anyone, yes, Pranay, yes. Abhinav, you just have to go to Unacademy CAT. Venki, we are not looking at the question from the point of view of the physician. Oh, great, Swagata. Yes, Swagata, you want me to go to the fourth question? Yes. Do you want me to go to the fourth question? Yes, guys, so please do use my coupon code HK10 and please join in on Unacademy. If you're looking for 100 percentile, I will help you to achieve that in the VARC section. Yes, what is the question on the fourth one? Milind, you can watch it again whenever you are free. Not a problem. Yes, guys, I have explained them very slowly. Yes, you have joined in between. Doesn't matter, Milind. Yes, you will only benefit. Nobody who joins Unacademy is a loser. Yes, Shibu, please use my code HK10 for the Plus program. Yes, thank you guys. Thank you for being with me every day in the morning and supporting my lessons. Oh, Swagata, very good. So watch the video once again. Watch the video once again and you will have the basics also. I have discussed different kinds of flaws. Good, Sumit. All the best. So that is the end of today's class, guys. So the verbal ability section takes place between 9:30 to 10:30, taken by me every day in the morning. In the evening, it is Bobby ma'am who starts at 7 and it goes on till 11 o'clock by Prateek sir. So please stay with us on hashtag Cat Live Daily. Join the Telegram app, join the Telegram URL livedaily.me/chat and join the Unacademy chat. The CAT subscription is the best in the industry. With this subscription, you have live classes, interact with the educator, live polls, test series, doubt clearing sessions, all coming to you with the subscription, guys. Step 1 is go for the Unacademy Learning app, install the app, go for the Plus courses. There are 2,741 CAT courses, guys. Get your subscription. Yes, the CAT subscription is the best in the industry. You just have to pay 1,458 for 12 months, 875 for 24 months. Yes, please like the video, everyone. Yes, and use my code CORE10, guys. Use my code CORE10 to get a 10% discount. We also train for NEET, JEE 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th, guys. So any of your friends, cousins, nieces, anyone wanting to join Unacademy can use my coupon code CORE10. Subscribe, like, share, hashtag #CatLiveDaily. Download the PDF, guys. Yes, use my referral code CORE10 to get a further 10% discount. And that is the end of today's class. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye. Take care.